Hey buddy, it's Crazy294 and welcome back to some more Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS. In the last one, we went through All-Star Mode and played through as the first of the Mii fighters, that being the Brawler. This time around though, we're going to be heading in with the Mii Swordfighter, but we're of course going to be editing our Swordfighter and giving him the other moveset, the other set of special moves that he can learn. So to start things off, the standard special is going to change into the Shuriken of Light, a small throwing weapon made of light that flies straight forward. The side special turns to the Slash Launcher, rush through anyone in your path and launch them upward. Up special turns to the Skyward Slash Dash, a fury of slashes that sends you in the direction of your choice. And finally, the down special turns into Reversal Slash, which creates a rainbow that reflects projectiles and can also flip foes around if it hits them. So, we're gonna be rocking with this moveset for All-Star Mode and the Mii fighter, Mii Swordfighter. And let's see how it goes. Let us see how it goes. Obviously, just as per usual, they're going to, they're going to share the high score with the Brawler, just basically, as they usually do in like All-Star and Classic. So if we do end up getting a new high score with the Swordfighter or the Gunner, then obviously it's going to replace the current one that we have. But yeah, so we're playing as the Swordfighter this time around. I do like the Swordfighter, obviously not as much as the Brawler. But I do definitely enjoy how this guy works, for sure. Especially with the right moveset, it's really good. So we have the Shuriken, which doesn't really do much in terms of like... I mean, I guess it's like okay. It's kind of like a weak projectile. It doesn't really do much in terms of like tripping up your opponent. But like when they do have some damage to them, it could do a little bit. I think it does, from what I can tell, I think it does more if you hit them from a distance with the attack. From like close range, it's pretty ass, but like further away, it's actually not that bad of a projectile. You can only send it forward from what I can tell, and like it's kind of like, I mean, it's an okay projectile, nothing like really crazy to write home about. It's all right. It is all right, and we'll go over and just check out like the other movesets or the other moves in the next match, but. We're here, right? We've got some trivia to read through, as per usual. So, to start things off, the design of the default Mii Swordfighter used in promotional material and in-game renders is based on a slightly edited version of Guest B, one of the preloaded Miis available for use in titles with Mii support. Of the three, the Mii Swordfighter has the least drastic change in design, simply changing the design of his hair and widening the eye placement a bit. So another reference to the Miis. I'm pretty sure each of the three Mii fighters and like their base models and like the Miis that they are, that they look like are based off of the base like guest Miis that the Wii typically would have, and the Wii U as well would typically have for the Miis if you don't want to really create your own. But let's check out some of the other special moves that he has. So we got the side special, which this one's pretty good. It's like a dashing assault that he has. You can charge it up for a bit. It's kind of like, it's almost like Ike's, oh, I forget what the move is called. Quick Draw, is that what it's called? It might be what it's called. Yeah, it's like Ike's side special, where you charge up a bit. Although Ike's, I think, lets go at a certain point. This one you can charge indefinitely. So it's a little better, but I think Ike's might be a little stronger. So like an okay, an okay special attack to have. Definitely really good as a horizontal recovery, that's for sure. We got the up special, which this one's actually pretty good. You can like send your Mii in like in any direction that you want, and he just does like a multitude of slashes in a direction, which I think is actually really freaking good. I think it's a very solid up special to have on the Mii Swordfighter for sure. Definitely gives like not only like good mobility in terms of just like being able to recover with it, but also and like the distance it goes actually really damn decent. But the fact that it also has a lot of offensive mobility as well, it definitely helps. It's definitely one of the, I mean, I don't know, all three of the Mii Swordfighters up specials are like pretty good. Even the one that like, the stone scabbard or whatever it is, where like you go up and then straight back down, that one's risky and tricky to like play with, but it's still also really good and has a lot of, it is mainly used for like offensive stuff, but still. All right, next piece of trivia. The Mii Swordfighter sword trail, the Mii Swordfighter sword trail varies with the outfit they are currently wearing. Most outfits use Link's after image heavy sword trail, while the neon and cybernetic suits give the Mii sword Marth's glowing tipper, although this is only aesthetic. So stuff like that where like you see that, yeah, you see that after image, it's typically similar to Link's, but only like 2 of the outfits will be more similar to Marth's, which I think is pretty cool. They definitely do like to make the Miis very similar to like some of the other fighters that we already have in Smash. I think I don't know, I want to say the Mii Swordfighter is the most similar to Link, but it doesn't have the same like moves and like projectiles that Link has. I think the only similarity is the fact, well, like not only with the after image stuff of its sword, but also with the fact that his one of his custom up specials is actually like basically Link's up special, which is pretty freaking cool. I know the gunner, I think, can be the most similar to like a Samus, sort of, not fully, but like I feel like that one can be the most similar to a fighter, and that being of course Samus, but we'll get into the gunner next episode. For now though, we have the sword fighter, which I'm actually enjoying quite a lot. Mario, damn, I just keep, Mario, relax! Okay, now we got the down special, which is not really gonna do much for us, but it kind of works similar to like Mario's cape, how it will turn around your opponents, but obviously it works best as a projectile reflecting attack. It basically is Mario's cape, but just repurposed as a down special instead of a side special. Can I kill? Oh, I was trying. So yeah, I mean that's basically the moveset. There's not really nothing too crazy to it. I know some of the moves, I don't know which ones though. The up special is probably my favorite out of all of the new special moves that we have. The dash and assault's really good, but only really for like recovery purposes. And I guess the reversal, like this thing, the down special, is also pretty decent actually as a move, as an overall move, especially if you're fighting up against like a ranged character, so that definitely helps a lot. Let me go get some healing real quick, because I do not want to risk it. Alright. Next piece. Due to the Mii Swordfighter's model being right-handed, 2 Mii outfits based on other characters do not follow the original character's dominant hands. In Xenoblade Chronicles, Dunban is unable to use his right hand from overexposure of the Monato's power. Because of this, he holds his weapon with his left hand, while a cape-like fabric that is part of his costume covers his right arm. The Smash 4 Mii costume reverses this, making the Swordfighter use the arm draped under the cape instead. And Link is depicted as left-handed in the Legend of Zelda series, with it being one of the staples of this character. The Smash 4 costume follows the right-handed style featured in Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, and Breath of the Wild, which was done due to the reliance on the more common right-handed motion controls and control scheme respectively. Yeah, there were some Zelda games where Link is typically, in most of the games, obviously, Link is typically a left-handed sword user, but obviously in those certain ones, primarily the motion control ones, he does use his sword in his right hand, just because, like, hey, it just works the best for the majority of the audience. I even think, like, left-handed players kind of have to also use Link with the right-handed like kind of format. You might be able to change it, but I kind of doubt it. That's why some people kind of find Twilight Princess to be a little weird, because the GameCube version is like typical Zelda, where Link is left-handed, but the only difference between that and the Wii version is that the Wii version is literally reversed. Everything in the game is reversed. Not only Link's like dominant hand, but also just everything else in the game is reversed, which is weird, but I guess I get one thing, that's one way to make both games a little different from each other. I don't know, that's what they did, so yeah. Alright, next piece of trivia. There seems to be an oddity if the Mii Swordfighter equips the Chrom outfit. When using blade counter, during the swing they will hold the cross guard of the sword instead of the handle. Now I'm not too familiar with swords, obviously the handle would be probably like what, you know, he's currently holding. The cross guard though, I'm not 100% sure what that is. That could be that section right between the handle and the blade, but I can't really say for sure. I assume that's probably it, but I don't know. I'm not familiar with like sword stuff and like different parts of the sword. I only know like, I know the blade, obviously. I know the handle. I know the sheath, which is like typically what people with swords put their sword back into. Like, you know, I think most of the sword fighters in Smash have sheaths, right? I'm pretty sure they do. You know, Link has one. He typically like taunts with it too. Can I kill with this? Nah, it's not strong enough of a move to kill with. Yeah, I mean, that's one problem I have with this moveset of the Mii Swordfighter is that, like, unless you can get your opponents to, like, a high percentage, and obviously All-Star Mode is an exception, just because these opponents are already, like, you know, they take heavy knockback as it is, but, like, the moveset that we're rocking with today, the special moves, they don't really have much good killing potential, which really sucks. You really have to rely on your smash attacks a lot if you are using this moveset in particular, right? Obviously, you know, unless you're doing something like what I'm doing, just sticking to like the 2 or the 1 or the 3 moveset kind of bundles, you're typically gonna want to obviously mix up the movesets, mix up the different moves. I think overall, whenever I play Mii Swordfighter, I do like the more damage dealing, you know, knockback heavy moveset, right? So I typically go for moves that have a lot more kill potential, right? Which some people don't really prefer on the Mii Swordfighter, especially with like the way the Swordfighter is just a lot slower in this game compared to the other two, and you kind of like want to play it a different way. I don't know, the way I play Swordfighter, I kind of just like the way it works with the moveset that I typically go for, like a really bulky, just heavy hitting Swordfighter. Anyways, next piece of trivia. All of the Mii Swordfighter's chargeable special moves share the same charging sound. So that's pretty cool, did not know that. The default Mii Swordfighter has a slightly larger nose in his trophies than in his promotional artwork and the Mii Fighter character select art. I don't know why they changed it, but they did, so that's pretty interesting. Cloud strong down attack, interesting. I don't know why they're showing that, we're literally not even fighting Cloud in this match. We just fought him. I don't know why they're now talking about him, but okay, do what you want to do. But yeah, the Swordfighter is actually doing quite well. Again, I know I definitely talked a little smack about the custom moves. Not the custom moves. Well, yeah, I guess the custom moves, the special moves that we have this time around. But the smash attacks are doing quite a lot. I really do like these smash attacks. I really, really do. Like, look at that. They're doing a hefty, hefty amount. And the aerials are really freaking good, too. I like the Swordfighter a lot. Definitely, like, I honestly, like, especially with my playstyle and, like, the way, I mean, I guess, yeah, primarily the playstyle, right? I think the Swordfighter definitely, like, works very well for me. I do like the way they work, and again, the customability definitely helps a lot, but, you know, but I'm also just, like, a big fan of Swordfighter characters in general. Brawlers are, of course, my forte. That's just, like, what I'm used to the most, especially with, like, Captain Falcon, but I do like me some Swordfighters, and I think the Mii Swordfighter fits really well into that category. I don't know. But anyways, final piece of trivia before we head into the last match of the day. When editing a Mii Swordfighter with the Veriti costume, the staff appears to be much larger and longer. However, it reverts to normal size in a match. So, yeah, that's another piece of trivia. Interesting, interesting. Another, I guess, glitch. I don't know. That's probably what I'm just gonna assume at this point. But there you have it. That's all the Mii Swordfighter's trivia. Pretty interesting character here. Pretty interesting. Alright, let's see how well we can do this time around in this final match. I think we're gonna do pretty well. Again, these smash attacks, like I mentioned, just have a lot of damage output to them, and they kill so well too. Especially in like something like All-Star mode, it's great. You can catch your opponents off guard and just like, okay, not a jab. Can I forward smash? Oh my gosh! The moment I finally get one off, that's when Shulk gets out of the way. Oh, you freaking dodged it! Come on. Maybe up special? Nope, that's not gonna work. Okay, this is okay. I was about to say, I'm glad we're playing Arena Ferox, because I actually like this stage a lot. But now that I'm playing on it, I'm just like, damn, this sucks ass. Can I please? Thank you. This is not gonna kill though. No, damn, it's even on All-Star mode, it's such a weak move. It really is just like a move you want to use to either, again, horizontal recovery, or an instance where you want to just like kind of get into your opponent's space like real quick. I feel like that's probably just the other, you know, use of it. For killing, it's not a good move at all. And I'm gonna say that over and over again, but it's true, you know, it's true. You gotta like really like test out what you want in your Mii Swordfighter. I mean, maybe that side special move is good. You know, maybe I'm just like dogging on it for no reason, right? And it's actually like absolutely godlike. But I can't really find much usage to it, especially as a more offensive player with an offensive playstyle. But yeah, damn, we actually got a good high score. I think we did better than the Mii Brawler, surprisingly enough. That's kind of funny. Okay, well, there we have it, folks. I guess that's the All-Star Mode run through with the Mii Swordfighter. So there's a ninja outfit for the Swordfighter's trophy. I could have sworn the Swordfighter was the one that had the pirate outfit, right? Was he the one with the pirate, or was the gunner with the pirate? I don't know. I guess we'll find out next episode, right? When we get the trophy with the gunner. So yeah, we'll see. Because again, I remember last time when we talked about just like the general Mii Fighter, I almost said trilogy, the general Mii Fighter trivia. It mentioned something about like 3 specific outfits that like belong to a code or something, and like it talked about the outfits, like what exactly they were, what each of the 3 fighters had, and I could have sworn it mentioned that the Swordfighter had had like a pirate outfit, but maybe they're talking about gunner and I just like am stupid and just forgot. Probably, very likely. What am I missing? Oh, this freaking middle piece. I have it. Come on. It's right. Wait, did I get it? I did. Oh, now we got an upper piece that I just can barely get to. There we go. We got it. Nice. Fully finished. And kind of a shame, but of course, you know, just like per usual, we're seeing the exact same, what's it called? Background image for the credits. I kind of wish it changed it for the Mii Fighters. I really wish it did. But it kind of makes sense as to why, because they are technically on the exact same character selection, like, space on the screen. They are, like, the same fighter, just like, you know, you go into the character, and, like, that's when you can pick, like, the different variations. I don't even know if an Ultimate, no, because well, maybe. I forget if Ultimate's Classic Mode has each of the Mii Fighters as, like, or if they give them, like, a different credits, ending screen picture. Unlike in this game. I don't know. It's been a while since I went through classic mode in that game, especially like with all the fighters and whatnot. So I can't really say for sure. I guess we'll find out when we get to Ultimate eventually. Eventually we will get to Ultimate and we'll see a lot of the stuff that I've been talking about or been wanting to like find out about or remember. But yeah, there we have it. There's the credits. Pretty easy, pretty simple. I kind of remember last time when I was just kind of like goofing around and just like yapping when I didn't even have 100% left on the credits, and I was just like beating up just like this one section over and over again. That was a little funny, but here we have it, the Mii Swordfighter All Trophy. One of the Mii Swordfighter side specials actually uses a throwing disc called a chakram. How quickly you press your desired direction controls how fast and far the chakram flies and how much damage it does. Several other moves like Skyward Slash Dash also works in this manner. So obviously we tested out the Skyward Slash Dash this time around, but the Chakram, another neutral special, side special, sorry, that he has, but we'll check that out later. Pretty interesting one. I know some people really like that one. It's a little tough to use properly, but it's a pretty decent side special if you do know how to use it. But yeah, there we have it. That's a trophy and the description. Pretty cool outfit too. I think it works very well for the Swordfighter. Absolutely, a ninja outfit with like a sword. It looks sick. But there we have it. That is it for today's episode of Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS. Thank you so much for watching. In the next one, we're going to be heading, of course, back into All-Star Mode and going through as the last of the Mii Fighters, that being the Gunner. So stay tuned for that one. We'll see how that one goes. So subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Social media, including the Twitch, second channel, music channel, VOD channel. Everything's down below in the description. And I, of course, will be seeing you guys in the next one. Pop-Tart out.